U.S. deploys F-35 fighter jets to Middle East for NATO Shield. The United States recently deployed F-35 fighter jets to the Middle East region to monitor the escalating situation in the region. The move comes in response to rising tensions involving a number of major countries and militant groups in the region. The F-35, as a fifth-generation fighter jet with stealth capabilities and advanced technology, is considered highly effective in dealing with threats in the region. The use of the F-35 fighter jet is not only a show of U.S. military power, but also to provide more in-depth intelligence and surveillance capabilities. With its ability to evade radar detection and superior combat capabilities, the F-35 provides a significant advantage in military operations. It is also a strategic move by the U.S. to maintain stability and keep an eye on potential threats that continue to grow in the Middle East. The United States itself has great interests in the Middle East, both in terms of politics, economics, and security. Since the last few years, tensions in the region have continued to rise, especially with conflicts involving countries such as Iran, Israel, and a number of Arab countries. In addition, extremist groups active in the region are also a threat that the U.S. must constantly monitor. The F-35s deployed to the Middle East are part of the U.S. efforts to strengthen its military presence in this highly strategic region. These advanced fighter jets will support surveillance operations and ensure that any potential threats are detected early.
The advanced training exercise has a
In this uncertain situation, the F-35 is crucial to maintaining the balance of power in the region. In addition to its outstanding combat capabilities, the F-35 is also equipped with the most advanced sensor and radar technology that can detect threats from long distances. This makes it highly effective in monitoring enemy movements and providing accurate information to the military command. Thus, the U.S. can respond to situations more quickly and precisely, and avoid unwanted escalation. The presence of the F-35 in the Middle East also shows the seriousness of the U.S. in supporting its allies in the region. Countries like Israel and the Arab Gulf states, which have strategic ties with the U.S., will certainly feel more secure with this strong military support. The deployment of these advanced fighter jets also sends a clear message to countries like Iran that have been a source of tension in the region. However, while the F-35 could provide many advantages in terms of surveillance and combat capabilities, many question whether this move will exacerbate existing tensions. Some in the Middle East may see the U.S. military presence as a provocation, which could worsen international relations in the region. Therefore, while the main purpose of the F-35 deployment is to monitor and surveil, there is still a risk that this action will trigger a harsher reaction from those who disagree. The US itself insists that the F-35 deployment is not meant to escalate the confrontation, but rather to prevent further escalation. The US government stated that they only want to maintain regional stability and ensure that potential threats from terrorist groups and countries considered as threats can be controlled. In this context, the F-35 is expected to make an important contribution to achieving this goal. In recent weeks, the situation in the Middle East has become increasingly complex with shifting alliances and changing policies. Countries like Saudi Arabia, which were previously on a more neutral path, are now moving closer to Israel. Meanwhile, tensions with Iran are increasing, with threats to the security of the Gulf region. All these factors make the Middle East region increasingly challenging for the US and its allies. In the face of this evolving situation, the US sees it as important to remain present with its military power. The F-35's presence in the Middle East is a symbol of America's commitment to maintaining its influence in the region. In addition, these fighter jets will also support various military operations conducted by the US and its allies to maintain security and stability. The deployment of the F-35 to the Middle East also shows how important technology is in the modernization of air forces. The fifth-generation fighter jet is not only superior in terms of combat capability, but also has the ability to adapt to a variety of changing situations and threats. With stealth capabilities, the F-35 can carry out high-risk missions with minimal risk of detection, giving the US a much-needed edge in operations in this uncertain region. However, while the F-35 has tremendous technological advantages, the cost to operate and maintain it is very high. This poses a challenge for the US, given its limited military budget and the need to prioritize various missions around the world.